Hi, welcome to this short yin-inspired yoga practice. Feel free to use blocks if you have them. We'll be doing just a few poses today, and our focus during this practice will be finding stillness in each pose. So I'll guide you into the pose, then allow about a minute of silence for us to breathe in stillness within the pose. Since we will be in each pose for several breaths, find the place where you can be gently challenged, allowing for stillness rather than coming into your deepest version of the pose. We'll begin in child's pose. So come into your tabletop position, keep the hands on the mat, and lower the hips back down to the heels. Let the forehead rest on the floor or on a block. Keep the knees and toes together. Or as an alternative, keep the toes together while opening up the knees. Allow yourself to slow and deepen the breath. On your next inhale, come back to your tabletop position, and on your exhale, lower all the way down to the ground for Sphinx pose. Take the legs out long behind you, about hip width apart. Come up on the forearms with the elbows just slightly forward of the shoulders. Press the feet into the ground and lift the kneecaps. Separate the shoulders from the ears. Keep the neck long by tucking the chin slightly. Find stillness here and breathe. Take one last inhale here. On your exhale, place your hands underneath your shoulders and press back into your tabletop position. From here, we'll move into pigeon pose on the right side. So come into a plank position and bring the right knee toward the right hand. The right foot will be between the left hip and the left hand. Lower the hips down to the ground. Place a block under the right hip if it doesn't reach the floor. You may stay here or begin to lower the forearms and chest to the floor, placing a block under the forehead if that feels right for you. Settle in and allow the breath to deepen and slow down. Last inhale here. Exhale, make your way back to plank and let's switch sides. So bring the left knee toward the left hand and the left foot will be between the right hip and the right hand. Lower the hips down to the ground and place a block under the left hip if it doesn't reach the floor. You can stay here or lower the forearms and the chest to the floor, placing a block under the forehead if that feels right for you. Settle in and allow the breath to deepen. Last inhale. Exhale back to tabletop and come to sit back on the heels to enter hero's pose. One option is to stay in this position while widening the legs apart just a bit and placing a block underneath the hips. Let the hands rest on the thighs. Another option is to remove the block and allow the hips to rest on the floor. Your feet will need to be on the outside of the hips, and you may need to use your hands to move the calf muscle away so that the hips can settle into place. Let the hands rest on the thighs. Lengthen the spine and find your place of stillness and breathe. Last breath here. Place the hands on the ground in front of you and lift the hips off the block or the floor and make your way to a reclined position for Shavasana. Let the legs go long and let them be wider than the hips, allowing the feet to fall to the side. Place the arms down beside you with the palms facing up. Allow yourself to relax into the ground. Close the eyes and rest. Stay here as long as you need. Thank you for practicing with me today.